Industriousness, John Wooden. I was raised on a small farm where a healthy meal was considered a modern convenience, so I discovered quickly that nothing gets done if you stay in bed. You must rise early and work late. It became one of the first lessons my brothers and I learned. There's no trick, no easy way to accomplish the difficult task, no substitute for old fashioned work. Without it, crops aren't planted, corn won't grow, hay isn't harvested, you perish. For the Wooden family, hard work was as common as dirt, and dirt is common on a farm. Thus, the first block I chose for the pyramid of success, a cornerstone of the foundation, was evident: hard work. I called it industriousness, because work, as performed by most people, isn't real work. Rather, it's going through the motions, putting in time, enduring boredom. Many will complain about a hard day at the office when in fact they didn't lift a finger or think a thought. That's not work. I had something else in mind, the kind of work in which you are fully engaged, totally focused, and completely absorbed. Industriousness, for me, means true work. This was the goal, guys, to go to Shredsville, to bring my best, and I knew in order to do that, I had to work. And that meant work over a very long time period. It meant day in, day out, I needed to do what I was supposed to do. And for me, that's simply checking off my checklist. And, that checklist is, hitting my macros, doing my cardio, getting in my training, and practicing my posing. Those four things done with hard work, done repetitively, done consistently, over the long haul, takes you to where you want to go. And there's no shortcuts, there's no easy way outs, and it's basically as simple as either you put the work in or you don't. And those who put the work in, those who sacrifice, and do the very best they can, they're the ones that are reaching their full potential. They're the ones that are grabbing pro cards. They're the ones that are, maybe a place or two higher than the person who's not leaving it out on the table, and putting in the work day in and day out. You guys, I can't say it enough. You have to work hard and you have to work smart. And, you know, if you put a good day's work in, you're going to be proud of yourself and you're going to feel good about it. But, if you're, going through the process and looking for shortcuts, trying to rely on other things to get the job done, not focusing, on your real goal, the true goal, and that's bringing your very best. Because I know for some, it's easy to get to the goal setting or the thinking about goals to kind of get skewed and maybe we start thinking about pizza or burritos, or things like that, and all of a sudden our thought process, our focus on goals, it kind of gets put to the back burner during the process, and all of a sudden when hunger levels get high or when we get a little bit complacent, we start to really think about the hamburgers, the cheeseburgers, the pizzas, the burritos, more so than what we're truly after. And what we're truly after is going to Shredsville. And, it is so worth the sacrifice, so worth the investment. When it's all said and done and you look back, on your journey, it's just like it's a very fulfilling thing. And this last prep, I left it all on the table. And sure, I wasn't perfect 100% of the time, but when I wasn't perfect, I never looked back. I got back on the horse and I kept plugging away and kept going to where I wanted to go. And I could honestly just say, you know what? I have no unanswered questions, because in years past, there's been some preps where I wasn't doing things. I didn't sacrifice. I didn't leave everything out on the table. And when the shows are over with, I had a long off season to think about that that burning question that just burned through me that whole off season. What if? What if I would have did this? What if I would have did that? But if you put the hard work in, day out, you do the very best you can. You keep your eye on that prize, that goal, and you follow through with it. You leave it all on the table. Um, you won't have those questions. As long as you bring your very best to the stage every single time, no matter if you win or you lose, you know you did everything in your power. It just means if you lost to a better bodybuilder. And for me personally, I can definitely live with that. But what I can't live with is, hey, if I maybe didn't follow through on my diet, maybe I was eating out too much, maybe I skipped out on my cardio, maybe I skipped out on some training, I didn't practice my posing. If I lost to a bodybuilder, then that question is there, guys. What if? So you never want to do that. You want to follow through with your structure, work hard, and not just work hard with training, but work hard with your nutrition. Here, these meals I'm showing you here, these are all calculated. These everything is tracked here. And sure, I preach the balance, but balance doesn't mean being lenient or being unwilling to persevere, unwilling to dig and get to a point where you get to this condition here where for me this was my very best. And because of all the sacrifice, all the hard work I put in, leaving it all out on the table, I was rewarded with the physique I dreamt of in the very beginning of the prep. And not only with bodybuilding, here is a week before Worlds. This is my dining room floor. As you can see, a week before Worlds, still sacrificing. And in the real world, I made something happen. I made something come out pretty nice. A goal of mine was to make this floor look as nice as I could possibly can do it. And putting in the hard work, it happened. And next photo I'm going to show you guys. This is a face of hard work as a bodybuilder. It looks pretty thin, pretty sucked up. That's hard work right there, all over my face. But because of that hard work, I got that. And that is my best ever physique. And because of that, I was well rewarded for it. And again, guys, you gotta put the work in and be committed.